In this lesson, we will discuss about the initiating focus area, which is the first focus area in our PMP. So you will see here, I have taken this screenshot that initiating focus area, we have two processes. First is initiate project. Here we make the project charter and then we have to identify the stakeholders. So our focus will be how to make the charter. In hybrid and agile project, we also make the project vision. So we will learn in this lesson how to make the project charter and the vision statement. So these are the ITTOs, input tools and techniques of how to make the charter. So you can see the charter is the output as well as assumption log is the output as well. Here the inputs business document, which consists of two parts, business case and benefit management plan, we have learned in detail in our last lesson. Enterprise environmental factors and OPA we had also discussed. Only the agreements is left, which we will discuss later on, because sometimes we need procurement. When we will discuss the procurement, so definitely we will discuss agreement, but keep in mind that agreements are also the input in order to make the project charter. So here I have written a definition of a charter. What does it mean? Develop charter. Project charter is the process of developing a document that formally authorizes the existence of the project. So the focus is formally authorizes. Until or unless your charter is not complete or signed by the sponsor, you cannot start the project. If the question comes in the exam, the sponsors ask you the charter, still we are working on the charter, you can start the project. So in A, B, C, D, what is the best option? You have to suggest or advise the sponsor that unless or until the project charter is not authorized or formally signed, we cannot start the project. Provides the project manager, means charter provides the project manager with the authority to apply organizational resources to project activities. Means if the charter is approved, then manager is able to use the resources, physical resources and human resources of in order to achieve the objective of the project. The key benefits of this process means in order to make the charter, what is the key benefits are that it provides a direct link between the project and the strategic objectives of the organization, creates a formal record of the project, and shows the organizational commitment to the project. I have written some key words. So if you will see these key words in the exam, then you should know that the question is related to the project charter. For the creation of the project charter, keep in mind high level requirements. We do not write down anything in detail, only the high level requirement we write in the charter. But the other thing is that important thing is charter, the manager or the sponsor cannot make alone. Everyone should be involved, all the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? Anyone who is related to the projects, our vendors, our customers, our manager team, development team, sponsor, all are the is called the stakeholders. So we have to arrange a meeting with the stakeholders, and all together we have to decide what are the high level requirements, means what is the purpose of the project, what is the project objectives, what is the success criteria. Sometimes the question comes where you can find out the success criteria of the project. So again, you have to select the project charter. Similarly, the approval criteria, success criteria, approval criteria, both are part of the charter, but the acceptance criteria we will discuss in the scope. What are the key deliverables, summary milestone, other summary information, vision and mission statement, which we will discuss after charter. Who will sign off the project, assumption and constraint, high level risk. These are the keywords. And again I will highly recommend that only you have to focus high level requirements in the charter. Now here is the question related to the charter. Again, I will highly recommend, please stop the video or pause the video. First, you have to find out what is the correct answer, and then you can compare with my answer. Question, I will explain to you. A project manager has been asked to draft a new project charter. See, focus is new project charter. So if you want to make a charter, what I told you, you have to set a meeting with all the stakeholders, because each and everyone has to has to be included in order to make the charter. Project manager has reviewed the existing agreements and studied the project business document. Again, business document is divided into two parts. One is called the business case. In business case, we do the cost benefit analysis and feasibility study and benefit management plan, how we will manage the benefits of the project, and who will be the owner is called the business business benefit plan. What might the project manager do next? Now, what the project manager do next? What keep in mind, he is making the new project charter. Participate in the creation of the business document. This is the wrong answer. Why? Because here it is mentioned in the question that agreements, which is the inputs in order to make the charter, and the project business document, and document is already, he has already reviewed. It means it is already built in. Schedule a meeting with the key stakeholder to identify summary information. This is the best choice, but I can read the other two. Ask the project sponsor to formally authorize the project. No, because they are working. He has been asked to make a new project charter. So still they are working. Meet with the key stakeholder to identify project risk and develop individual risk responses. So B is the best choice. Now I will explain to you why D is not the best choice, because this part is okay. Meet with the key stakeholder to identify project risk. That is fine, because high level risk we will also find out when we make the charter, and the key stakeholder should be included. If all are not available, then key stakeholder should be available in order to make the charter. But the second part, develop individual risk response, is not part of the charter. We make this when we will discuss this when we will discuss the risk area. So schedule a meeting with the key stakeholder to identify summary information. In charter we write down the high level or summary information. So this is the best choice. Second question is, a project manager has taken over a project that has been in execution for a few months. He ran into problems right away. He has had difficulty getting sign off on decision. He does not have the authority. See, this is the keyword. He does not have the authority to acquire the equipment necessary for the project. Why? Because if he does not have the authority, it means something is wrong with the charter, and the stakeholder and project team have differing opinion about the objective. Mean they are not clear about the objectives and the outcome of the project. What is the most likely source of these problem? Weak leadership skill? No, because in the question they are not saying anything about the leadership skill. Lack of project charter, this is the best option, because if the charter is not approved or high level information is not there, or the sponsor has not signed, that is why there are some difficulty. They do not have the authority to acquire the equipment. Lack of project management plan? No, because first we have to create the charter. After that, we identify the stakeholder, then we will move on the project management plan. Lack of procurement management plan? No. So this is the best answer. Now we will talk about the project vision. Usually we make the vision statement in hybrid project or agile project. What does it mean? A project vision, often called a product vision. Agile is a clear, concise statement. Whatever we are going to make, it should be very clear. We have to write down in 2 or 3 sentences. Those should be very clear and concise. That describes the desired future state of the product. Means what we are going to produce, what are our objectives or the project, and the value it will deliver to the customers and the organization. What are we trying to achieve, for whom, and why does it matter? Means about the vision. A strong vision provides direction. It provides direction to teams or everyone what they have to do, inspires the team as well as helps everyone make consistent decision throughout the project. Here I have written for you the key components of the project vision. Then same these four components I will explain to you with the help of example. The first is target customers or users. What does it mean? First we have to find out who will be benefit from the project, who will be our customer or users. Customer need or problem, what problem are you solving? right? Third is value proposition. What benefits will the project provides? And differentiators. What makes this solution unique or better than alternatives? If we have two or three alternatives, we have selected the option, suppose one, in order to solve the problem of the customer. So why we have to decide why we have selected that unique option. So these 4 points should be included in your vision statement: target customers, customers need, value proposition, and differentiators. So here is the simple example. Suppose our project is online student registration system. We have to make the vision statement. So keep in mind the previous 4 points we have to include in our project vision statement. It should be very clear and concise. Develop an easy to use online registration system that enables university students to register for courses from any device within minutes, reducing registration time by 70% while improving accuracy and student satisfaction. When you will read this vision statement, I think each and every point will be clear what we are going to do. Notice that the vision explain the 4 points which we had discussed in our previous slide. Who? University students. Need faster, easier registration. Value saves time and improves satisfaction. Differentiator accessible from any device with greater efficiency. So here are again I have written the characteristics of a good project vision: clear and concise, customer focus, inspiring and motivating, easy to understand, focus on business values, supports strategic goal. This is the one of the most important characteristic, stable throughout the project. What does it mean? It is not the hard and fast rule. If you have written one time the vision statement, you cannot change. Although means if there are some requests, so you have to analyze the request and then you can change the vision statement. This is the another example. Vision is improve healthcare access for rural communities through telemedicine. What are the objectives? Launch the platform by December 2026, support over 10,000 patients in the first year, achieve 99.9% system availability, reduce patient travel by 60%. I hope the vision statement is clear. So this is the exam tip. In agile and hybrid project, the project vision is created early. If the question come when we have to create the vision statement, so early, before starting the project or in the initiating focus area. Product planning, prioritizing, decision making, stakeholder alignment, team motivation. If a feature, suppose you have written the vision statement, and if the stakeholder asks you to add some new feature, so what you have to do according to the vision statement, first you have to review to the vision statement. If you see that feature is not included, do not reject you do not have to reject the request, or you do not have to accept the reject immediately. First you have to analyze. As a project manager or a product owner should question whether it adds value before including it. If you think that feature adds the value, then you have to change the vision statement. So on the basis of this, I have made one last example for you for this lesson. A stakeholder suggests adding several new features. See, a stakeholder asks you to add several new features to a digital app. These features are interesting but do not address the needs identified in the project vision. What should the project manager do first? As I told you, someone asking to add some feature, approve the feature because the stakeholders request them? No, you do not have to approve immediately. Reject? No, do not reject. Evaluate whether the proposed feature aligns with the project vision and expected business value, means it will add value to the business or not. If add value, then we have to change the vision statement. So this C option is the best option. Add the feature to avoid future change requests. So A, B and D are wrong, and here I have written some explanation. The project vision serves as a guide for the project decision. Before approving new feature, project manager should determine whether they support the project goals and deliver value to the intended users. I hope the vision statement and charter is clear. If you do have any question, you can ask me. Subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.